her on Yelp. Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
think so?
I think
First and foremost, welcome to the Men Don't Know podcast. I'm the man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boone. And here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Now, whether you're listening to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, Audible, you downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app. I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always, but hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at MenDon'tKnow.com, or hop on the MenDon'tKnow.com website. Shoot me a message. Coy, my guy, how are we living?
Yo.
Man, question of the day, turning down pussy and the value it brings you. Just, I feel like a lot of things. I'm going to wait and keep ours till last. And let's hop on the phone with some fellas and kind of see where they stand on this situation, this topic. We could ask women, but I feel like more or less asking the guys about this kind of brings more clarity and opportunity to understand where we're coming from.
Yo,
B, what's good, man?
what up?
Not much. My favorite guy to talk to, and I gave us a little buffer, so we got a little bit of time. I'm here with Coy. Coy, say what's up to B.
B, what's going on?
Hey, Coy.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, relax. All right, B, question of the day. Let me start it out and let me break it down to you. It's funny because I don't think or women can fathom that men turn down pussy. And I think they don't realize that 9 times out of 10, the men that turn down pussy usually aren't putting pussy on a pedestal and aren't really looking for it because it's kind of available to them. Let me ask you this. I feel, and mind you, you've been in the nightlife industry. You've done all types of, jobs and whatnot in the service industry and whatnot. And I can firmly say, because I've seen it, you've turned down pussy. Let me ask you this. Why? And let's take attraction out of this. Like, I feel like sometimes I don't even know how to put it, but let me ask you this. Why should men turn down pussy? Like, I mean, you could get it any way you want. You could, and I don't want to say get it anyway, but 9 times out of 10, you can actually, if you really want it, you can have it. Why?
Right.
Tell me why,
Anything that comes easy is not good.
I mean, that too. That too.
Right. So yeah. if there's something worth chasing, then if the chase is there, then there's more development in character chasing that as well.
Stay in his bag. Go ahead. Take me to church. My bad.
Yeah. So to me, I think that's what men need to do. You need to date more. I'm not saying date more women. I'm saying date the woman that you're dating, but get to know that person. But the moment what happens is when a woman just gives it up right off the bat, then it's the chase is gone for the man. It's like, oh, that was easy. All right, moving on to the next, right? Yeah. So that's how I look at it. I think if the girl that you're trying to date or whatever is a little tough, and and she keeps you on your toes, those tend out to be the good relationships, because that means she values herself, she respects herself, right? So she's not just going to give it up right off the back. So she's making you chase a little bit, right? Get to know you, do the whole dating thing, girls who give it up within the first 2-3 weeks is they're done. Their relationship is not a good because a man's gonna look at it like, if she did that in 3 weeks, how many did she do that to all the rest of the guys that prior to or going forward, right? So I look at it in that perspective. Like, if you're willing to give me a shot at dating you, but then you're giving it up right out the second night or the third night, then there's no value there for me. Okay. Like because the thing is, for men, we want stuff that I think it goes to women too. I think we want women that it's hard for us to get, right? So if you're constantly making us chase you to a certain point,
100%,
100%. You can't let them ride you.
Yep.
You know, man. You can't ride a man to the point where that man's going to be like, fuck this, I'm out. You know, that's going to happen too, right?
Yeah, 100%. So
I think from my perspective, I would say just, you know, you gotta date the girl. You gotta get to know her. That's what happens nowadays, that a lot of people don't date each other. They don't get to know each other. They don't get to know the ins and outs of that person. So that's where the relationship goes to south, and it just disappears. It just doesn't work out. And then, you know, because it was too easy.
Let me ask you this: have you ever been on a date and you were like, you know what, I'm cool?
Oh, interesting.
And I don't even want to say a date. Maybe you were out at a bar or a club and you were talking, having a good time, and you were like, damn, I just don't even want to ruin this.
I don't want to ruin this?
Yeah, I don't even want to, sometimes sleeping with someone ruins it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had that happen to where, I think it's also because most of the girls that I have dated, they ended up being in a relationship. Now, did the relationship work out? I put in a certain amount of years in, and obviously it didn't work out. That happens, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're not gonna win every date. You know what I mean? You're not gonna win that. So you got to go through that
100%. 100%.
Yeah. So
they say you have to go to hell to get through heaven, and you can go through and then you go through heaven to get to hell.
And that's the truth.
I mean,
so, yeah, I mean, it is true. Like, I think, I think going back to everything, I think you just need to get to know the person, man. Like, I think a lot of nowadays, everybody's just so hyper focused on, hooking up and all that kind of stuff. They just forget to actually get to know the person inside and out. Like, it's just really terrible to see. And this is why that marriage is at a all-time low, right? People are not getting married anymore because it's a hookup culture and etc. And that's why it's also hard to date. You know what I mean? Because women give it up so fast, and it's just like, what? Okay,
some not all.
Cool.
Some not all.
No, I'm not. But if I'm doing generalization,
100%.
If I'm doing generalization, 100%. I'm gonna win that. I'm gonna win that argument.
100%. Yes,
right?
you are.
I mean, of course.
Yes, you are.
Of course, you're gonna have the unicorns for sure, right? They're the ones. They're the ones you're gonna want to look for. You know what I'm saying? Because right. Like the other day I saw a podcast, this girl was saying, like, it was like one of those balloon pop ones, and she was like, I haven't, she was a virgin, and she was like 24 years old. I was like, whoa, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's
a unicorn.
That's a unicorn.
That's a unicorn.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I'm like, there's no way like somebody 24 nowadays is going to be fucking, no way. There's no way, bro. Because it's like the peer pressure comes at kids nowadays at an early age, right? There's hooking up at 13, 14 years old, which is fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Back then for us, we didn't hook up till like we were 17, 18 years old. You know what I mean? Like, because, you know what I'm saying? So like, that shows right there, like, people don't get to know one another anymore. They just care about the money. They care about, hooking up. They care about going to the next person. Like, I mean, fuck, this girl's fucking sleeping with 1,000 men in a day now. Like it's a fucking sport. Like, how terrible is that? Exactly, bro. It's just,
yeah. Nah. Now let's get back. Let me ask you this: do you think the value of a man goes up if he says, you know what, nah, like, I want to get to know you?
Value of a man goes up?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if they're out and she's like, come on, let's go back to my place.
Not only does it go up, it was up before.
I mean,
you're saying by saying no, does the value go up?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to come down to our self-respect. because you're respecting yourself, right? Because it shows that you're actually wanting something different, wanting something more than just a night out and hook up, right? That so if you're saying no, that means there's discipline there, right? That means there's discipline in the sense of like, I want something better. I don't want this easy thing that's coming at me right now. So if you're saying that and you sit there and you're on the date, it's like, and then, you know, she's talking about like hooking up and all kinds of stuff, and you'd be like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this is exactly right. That comes with, obviously, with age. That always comes with age, and it also comes with experience, which a lot of the young kids don't have anymore, right?
Yeah, facts.
So
facts.
I think this is where, like, a lot of the young kids, you know, I like goes back to it. You know, they're so busy chasing the woman, and then they forget to get their bag, and then by the time they're saying that, oh, it's time for me to get the bag, then, you know, now you lost at least 15 years of your life because of it. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have the discipline for it. Because it's like, if a girl was to just throw their pussy at you, they're going to be like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to go hit that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you're hitting the wrong kind of pussy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, facts. And top of it, not only are you hitting the wrong ones, but you're continuing to do multiple. Now, you're only going to want to do that all the time, right? So all that things about, oh, I want to get a good girl, a wifey material. No, that's not instilled in your mind anymore because because it was so not yet because it was so easy to hook up, right? So, oh, you know what? I got this one in 2 days. Fuck yeah, let me go get the next one in 2 days again, and so on and so on. So nobody really sits down to get to know the person because of the actions that the other person is reciprocating towards you. So like, what do you do there? Like, do you just sit there and like take it, or do you sit there and like, you know, push them away? So that's where it comes down to like being disciplined. If you're not disciplined to know that what you're looking for, bro, it's not gonna, you're gonna go into this fucking vicious cycle of going to women and never marrying or never settling down.
Yeah. I think the two, that's where, you know, I think that's where age has a distinction.
1,000,000%.
Because
I mean, that's what,
like, I feel like, you know, and mind you, is because we're seasoned. It's like, man, I already did that. I'm cool. Like, look, I want to actually enjoy the time we're having, have fun. Like, yeah, I can, you know, like, cool. We could have sex and everything else, and it'd be great, and we'd have a great time, and it'd be fucking amazing. But what's after that?
So here's another thing. So a lot of people go on dates. They don't think about the date itself, because you're meeting somebody that could generate a lifelong family, right? So that first date is very important, but people don't think about it, because you're thinking about, if I'm going on my first date, my objective of this person to go on a date is to eventually court her and then marry her and then have kids with her and etc. Right? So that happens. That attraction is obviously on that first date is very important. So people don't think about that. They think that it's just a date. It's just another girl to go on a date with. If you actually really take the time to think about why you're going on this date with this person and get to know that person specifically, I think in the long term you do well in it. Yeah, right?
You want to know why? Because you'd go on a lot less dates.
Exactly.
No offense.
That's what I'm saying. Because now you're going to quantity. You're going to quality than a quantity. Yeah. Right. And that's what people don't understand, that like they just going through this fucking cycle. Like, you have these girls I have 10 guys in my roster. Like, bro, you have 10 guys in your roster, but yet you're going to be a deadbeat woman, you know, like probably have like a bunch of kids with all these guys.
I would hope not. I'm not going to say that, but
I know I don't hope not, but it happens. It happens. It's a normality now.
I hear you.
It's so normal now. Like, it's sad. Like, I was like, why do women give it up so fast? Because it's like they're at as much fault as the men who are going after it like that too, right? Both are at fault. It's just come on.
People have to be willing to have sex. So
two have to be, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, there's always two sides to the story. 100%. So what I'm saying is, it's like, you got to take your time in dating people instead of just like like just to go on a date, just to like, oh yeah, you know, I'm just meeting up this girl or I'm meeting up this guy, but actually like take appreciation for that date. You know, people don't appreciate the date anymore. They because the courtship is gone. And like, how can I sit there and be like, oh man, I can see this girl, you know, being my wife one day? Like, those are the thought processes before a guy goes in. But then Like if the woman wants that guy to think that way, then the woman needs to kind of like be disciplined in herself to not give it up. Like let him earn it.
Yeah.
The ones that the girls who let the guy earn it, you know, like sleeping with him maybe like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Or 2 months. I was like 3 months is a long time. I would say. I'm pretty sure guys would be like, "Nah, fuck that, I'm out." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if the guy is attracted to the woman and the girl is worth it, the guy will fucking chase you until he gets it. That's 100% because he sees value in the woman enough for him to keep firing after her. Right?
Yep.
So the moment that she gives it up like that in the first, like, where's the chase? There's nothing anymore. Like I already got what I wanted. Right?
Yeah, but if it goes on through dates and weeks and you guys are building a connection and bond,
bro, exactly. The connection is what's more powerful than anything, right? Because what I said, love is the strongest fucking energy there is. So you're building that love just dating, right? You don't have to sleep with the person, but when you do finally sleep with that person, it's gonna be fucking magical.
Hell yeah.
Because it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like this, because all those emotions are involved, right? When you're having sex and emotions are involved, it's a whole different ball game as opposed to if you're just having sex with that one person, you know, within 2-3 weeks. Because there's no, you didn't build anything. There's nothing. There's no sustenance in between. There's nothing, right? You haven't built anything together. You're just like, all right, we went on a date, we got some food, all right, we went back to the house, hooked up, and she went on her way, I went on my way. That's it.
Yeah.
So where's the point of where, like, back in the day where you're like, man, I can't wait to see her again. Yeah. Right? It doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Like back then, like I would take my girl out to a date, drop her off, I go back home. I was like, man, like you text her, it's like, hey, you want to hang out next weekend? Right?
Yeah.
But if you hook up with that person right then and there,
trying to plan next week or next day.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Next day, exactly. 100%. Because if you're really interested, you want to see that person all the time,
without doubt,
right? But that doesn't get there without you guys actually dating one another to get to know one another. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this whole hookup culture is horrible for everybody. It's just not good. This is, this is bad. Like, that's why dating is so hard for both genders nowadays.
Yeah. I believe.
It's just like a never-ending story.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna let you go, my guy, but I appreciate you as always, my boy.
Yep.
All right, stay.
All right, cool. Take a little bit.
Late. All right, let's go one more.
What he was saying, it could go opposite too. Because
it is.
Let's say the guy goes out with the girl, trying to build, but then the guy doesn't have the patience.
Yeah.
So he's just like, you know what? I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah, but he's not looking for a connection. He's looking just to fuck. All right, let's get my boy on here. Let's get my boy on here. Some boy too hot.
Your call has been for.
Oh, he got his phone on silent. Let me text him real quick one more time.
What about the guys? How do you feel about?
Oh, there he is. Hold on one second.
Oh, you're good.
Too hot.
Yo.
What's good, family?
Ain't nothing. Whipping up some of this dinner.
See,
fresh veggies from the garden.
See, hey, that
you already know.
hey, Coy gassing you right now.
Little light squash, nothing crazy.
Hey, now get him the fuck out of here.
Beef Wellington on the side.
Coy. Oh man, my boy. I'm here with Coy. Of course, Coy. So what's up?
What's up, bro?
What up, man?
Question of the day. It's funny because I'm only calling the guys that I know for a fact that it's happened to, and I can call you, and me and Coy can speak on it. I talked to B. Tell me the value of just saying, like, you meet a girl, and let me set the precedent of it. Like, how much more value does she give you when you say, you know what, nah, I want to get to know you, instead of having sex off the tip off? Like, you know how women are, come back to that, and you're like, nah, I actually want to get to know you, and you turn down the pussy.
Now, the male is turning it down.
Yeah, you turning it down. I know for a fact you have turned down. It's like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I've seen the nah, I'm cool. Like, when we out, like I'm talking about back in the days when we used to run the streets and go to all the bars on Thursday nights and Taco Tuesday. Right. I remember a time where you're like, I like nah, like I'm trying to get to know you, like I'm cool, like, and she was right. she was not taking no for an answer. I was like, damn, like you could see, like I was telling my boy, I was like, you can see the power being charged up in him as he's trying to like, I want to get to know you, like, come on, and and she was like, nah, like you get this, and you're like, nah, come on, like let's sit, let's talk, let me get you a drink, and she was not having it.
Well, that's the crazy part. Yeah, you realize, you find out real quick, like, oh, they wanted more than us. Like, they think that the man is just the one always trying to chase it, but they just playing it from another way, other side.
And I always tell guys, I say, if you just say no the first time and just say, hey, look, like I'm really into you and I want to get to know you, like we can have sex anytime, like let's I feel like that puts the ball in your court.
100%.
Because you already know. You're like, okay, so go ahead.
No, because you already know, like you said, you're going to set a certain type of vibe. So you're going to most likely be feeling your vibe. And then if you cut it there, just keep her in the vibe mode. It's over.
Because now she's all like, nah, I can't. We doing it today. And you're like, nah, come on, like let's chill. Let's be cool. Let's get to know each other. Let's I want to take you here. I want to show you this. I want to show you that. Yada, yada, yada. And she's like, what's going on? You know how many guys are begging to get this? And you're like,
right.
Yeah, a lot.
Well, a lot. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's how you get her to bring her friends around, and you cool with her friends, and she don't want to not be in your life type vibe.
So let me ask you though, in doing that, do you create like now you create a girl that's like, damn, like I can't believe that now,
turn me down.
I can't believe you turned me down, but now I want you to meet all my friends. Like, look, he didn't even want to sleep with me the first night. Like, he's a great guy. Like, I'm like, damn. Like,
now you just got you a free appetizer. They're just gonna be out there putting sauce on your name.
Oh, dog. Thank you. I don't even think guys understand that. Like, and even if it's the sense of like, I think like now we're at the age like, look, I'm trying to. Like I want to find someone I could travel with and catch a vibe with and just laugh with, like.
Right, because we had the quick one.
Yeah, you like, man.
And you see where that went.
Came, gone, went.
Right.
Like I just feel like now, like I tell all my homegirls, like I'm like, Dad, like none of my friends are really fixated on the pussy. Like I feel like I hang out with a caliber of men that have turned it down because it's like, I can,
Like, I could do all that and drive all the way to, wherever Palm Springs, but I'm cool. It's not even all that.
Yeah, it's not even bruh.
How do you guys feel about this? Is another angle.
Yep.
Let's say you turn it down because you're high value, right? But what about the guys who, let's say she goes, let's go back to my place, but he has a routine already. He goes to the gym, or maybe he had plans with the fellas, and he breaks that to go there. How do you guys look at those guys? You know what I mean? Like,
no, you can't. This is what I say about that. Now I'll let you go first. Too hot.
I'll just say, if you fish.
Yes.
Catch your fish.
Hey, sorry. Let me get that buffer first. Like,
Go ahead.
Like, if you are out and you haven't had some in a while,
your intention.
That's your intention. Cool, no problem. But I'm saying the guys who break whatever routine or plan they had just to kind of, I don't want to say screw people over, but you're kind of your self-respect on your boundary that you had. Oh no, I'm stopping whatever I'm doing for this girl tonight.
No,
right? Yeah, nah. Yeah, that's not it.
Bruh, thank you. I don't like, but in turn, that makes her look at you like, damn, okay, wow,
yes.
This guy,
and this
guy has boundaries and rules, and he's just, he's not so quick to, I hate to say it, dog. A lot of men out here are easy, bro. A lot of men out here are easy. Like one of my homegirls.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. We speaking from a knowledgeable place.
Exactly, 100%. 100%. 100%. Oh yeah. We had to be easy before we got hard. Yeah, 100%.
Out in the streets,
100%. Positive necessary. 100%. No. We was going wild. We was going crazy back in there.
Right,
but I think now it just comes from the place of like.
It's more of them now.
Yeah,
you're right. And there's a lot of older men that are. We were young as we were doing it when we were supposed to.
100%. And now it's just like women see that as value. Damn, you don't want to knock this down first. Nah, like let's get to know each other. Chill. Like I want to take you this dope spot I know and that. It's like, oh wow, you really care about me.
Like, oh, okay, this is
and
different.
not even that. Like, look, I'm not. Yeah, and I'm not trying to break routine. Neither should you.
Right. Exactly. I be expressing that like a mug. I'm like, look, let's just keep it normal. Like I went out of town. I'm not gonna be hitting you up on different time zone right now.
Yep.
Let's just not, let's keep it neutral.
Yeah.
Stay on the same page.
And when I get back, we'll pick up where we left off.
Where we left off. Yeah.
And and if you're not okay with that, I totally respect it and I totally understand. And I think women hate when they hear that. When you respect and understand them, it's something for some women that should go crazy.
Yeah, that's some shit. That's what your mom say or something. Stupid.
Yeah. What? No, I totally respect where you're coming from. I get it, and I 100% get it. And I respect.
If I was your age, I might be that way too.
Yeah, and I respect it too. So but let me, let's just keep the communication lines open and let me know.
Right.
Because unless like I always said, and let's just. Like, let's be upfront and honest because it'll save us both a lot of headache.
100%.
But women don't like to hear that. Oh, you could live without me? I can. I hate. I'm not gonna lie to you. I absolutely can.
Like I will. Like you cannot exist very quick, and you're gonna be so amazed at how you just don't exist anymore.
And I'll still be happy.
100%.
I think people don't understand. Like when you come to a relationship, when you go into dating and relationship and talking to a woman and you're already happy, us not hanging out again after the one date is not going to ruin my life. No, we had a great time. Cool.
Right. It's cool. Like, all right.
Whatever,
however long we talk.
Yeah, and when you see me out, just, hey, how's it going? Great. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Oh, this is such and such. I think
let's be cool.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Yeah.
I didn't leave. I didn't stop talking to you on no animosity.
Nope.
You shouldn't need.
You shut it down. Yeah, right. and it's cool. But don't be mad when I pick up where I left off. And I saw. Yeah. Oh, wow. Funny seeing you here. Yeah. Funny seeing you here. Oh, this is Becky. This is Brittany. And she looked, you just going to introduce me to a girl after I shut you down after one day? Absolutely. Because she picked up where you left off and she hasn't left my side.
Exactly.
And maybe
they gotta learn the hard way.
Your words, not mine, my boy. All right, man. I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you, my boy. I'll let you get back to the chefing up the kitchen.
You already know. About to get it done.
Yes, sir. All right, I'll highlight you.
I'll talk to you.
Yep. Go.
Peace.
No, it's 100% true. I think, like I said, Coy, I think if men would just say, "Hey, I actually really want to get to know you."
Yeah.
And really get to know them. It just be like, damn, you're not trying to fuck. And no.
Stay true to your values.
100%. No, I got work in the morning. Then I go to the gym. This, that, and the third. I'm free on Thursday. Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then she's like, oh, well, Thursday doesn't work. Well, what does work for you? Oh, well, Monday works for me. Okay, let me look at my Monday schedule. I may be able to move some things around, but Monday could work.
Guys, always set a date first.
Yeah.
First, don't say, "Hey, when are you free?"
No.
I'm open anytime.
I'm not. I'm definitely not open.
Even if you
anytime.
have to make up a date that you have.
Yeah, I tell people. I said, fellas, if you are just free, that means you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. You can't just be free to do anything anytime. I'm always available. No,
and this is a lot easier for older guys our age.
100%. But I'm trying to give the younger guys some game.
I understand.
Like that. Just tell them, like, no, if you have a routine, hey, me and the boys go to the gym Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. from 2 to 5. You're not free till after 7. Hey, look, I can do something after 7, but I'm busy from 2 to 5. Oh, I can't do. Okay, well, let me know when you're available. And then I'll see if it aligns with my schedule and we can meet up.
Yep.
You're not going to drop everything? No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give that impression off.
Yep.
You know, but like I said, I feel like that, you know, they say men are easy. I feel like the men that are easy are the ones that are willing to give you absolutely the bare minimum. Okay? Those are the guys that, you know, two shots of Don Julio and some 90s R&B and their drawers are on the floor. Okay? Those are those guys. Guys that are just like, yeah, those guys, I'm like, yeah, but like I said, they're out here willing to give you the absolute bare minimum. And I told her, I said, there's married guys in your DMs, and there's single guys. There's single guys in the streets right now. It's summertime, and they're looking for you ladies to give you absolutely the bare minimum.
BM.
Yeah, bare minimum. All right, cool. Let's get up out of here. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for listening. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, Audio Boy. You downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app. I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at MenDon'tKnow.com, or hop on the MenDon'tKnow.com website and shoot me a message. Cool, my guy. We are out.
How many pictures are on Yelp? You pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where that.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with him.
And look at.
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
thing. So?
I think